Dave knows how.
Okay, so we got this bracket welded up together, and this bracket is going to hold the relays and maybe a switch also. It's going to go up by the battery box. I'm going to drill a 3/16 hole in it. We're going to use some 3/16 bolts to bolt it down. Uh-oh. I think my battery went dead. I think the battery went dead. Well, I got through one hole anyway. I'll have to go get another battery. Put cutting fluid on there. Front row. Gotta go get the battery. Anyway, you get the idea. Just gonna put two holes right there. Run this bolt down through there. Bolt that in place. And hopefully, we'll drill two more holes up here to mount those relays. I'll show you what them relays look like. Well, maybe I won't show you what them relays look like. Probably got them in the house. Anyway, they'll probably mount right here and right here. May put an override switch up here too, just for in the event that we're not going to use this, we can turn it off. I don't know. Haven't made up my mind yet. We'll see. Okay, so I decided to take the top piece that was bent over off of there, because I'm not going to put a switch right here. I think I'm going to put a switch up there under the dash maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But right now I need to get a hole down through here so that I can bolt this down. That's where this is going to set. And here's the relays. And the relays are going to mount on here like that. One here and one here. Let's see if we can get a hole down through there without screwing anything up. Okay, so I decided to add a switch end up at the front of the tractor up here, and I cut a little switch panel out of a piece of steel I had laying around. It's a little thick for a switch panel, but it's what I had laying around, so I just grabbed it, bored some holes in it, and we're gonna stick him on up there and put a hole in there for a switch. And I went to the automotive store and got a little switch. So looking down here at where it's going to go, I put two pieces of angle iron up here, just screwed them in through the side with some self-tapping screws. This piece right here is going to go right there, and the switch is going to go in that hole. So this is the switch that I bought, and I picked this up at Advance Auto. So we got to figure out how we're going to wire this thing. It's got a little wiring schematic on the back of it. It's probably not showing up on the camera, but they're saying that the this top lead is the earth ground. The center one is the load. and the bottom one is a power supply. So I gotta try to remember that. If I screw this thing in there, I don't want to screw it up. So ground is on the top and the load is in the middle. So we're just gonna stick that through like that and then screw this down on there. I got a piece of wire I've ran up here. I'm gonna put the ground on the top. I hope. We're gonna try to. And get my hands to work right. Tight fit. Ground on the top, load in the middle. The load we're going to make the white wire is going to be the load. Man, that's tight. Nice tight fit. And then the black one we're going to use is the hot. Just like that, and make sure it's gonna work. If it don't work, I'll take it back off and take it back. Like that. Like that. So now we got a switch on here. And what that's going to be for is if we don't have like a 4-in-1 bucket or a grapple or something on the front of the tractor, we can turn this off and that'll kill that button up there on the loader. And we don't have to worry about hitting the button and opening the valve and then having pressure build up on the valve. So we can just turn that off. Don't have to worry about it anymore. All right. Okay, so anyway, we'll pretty much now that we've got that in there, we'll go ahead and take a look at how we ran the wires. So basically the wires up underneath the dash, it comes back and comes behind this panel right here. I took this panel off and zip tied it up close to this side. This is the side that has a wiring harness for the tractor on it anyway. And so we just cable tied it up behind the wiring harness. So, you know, the exhaust manifold's on this side, and I wonder if that would get too hot, but they've got the other wires run right there, and I ran wires by there for the tractor overhead lights and whatnot, and hadn't seemed to affect it any. So it runs on down behind this panel through right here and then on to the battery. Then over here the battery box, it just comes inside here, and we just got a little extra here. And on the other side we've got our relays mounted. So basically we're going to come off the battery, send a hot feed up to that switch. Then when you turn the switch on, that hot feed's going to continue and come back down on the white wire. It's going to feed into those two relays right there and make that circuit hot. We'll probably put a fuse in between the hot and that switch, so that if something happens between here and there and it shorts out, it'll trip that fuse off, and we won't have to worry about having an electrical fire or anything like that. So that'll be the protection for it. So we'll just add an inline fuse, just like I added this inline fuse, which this operates my lights up there, and it's also on a relay. Here's a relay for it. So we're powering a relay, and the light switch up there turns the relay on, and that actually turns the lights on. So I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side, adding 2 more relays. So it's coming together and it's looking good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and mount this controller on the joystick, and we took the original knob off, and it's pressed down on there. I think they might have had a little bit of sealing on it, and I just twisted it back and forth and it comes right off. And then I machined the inside of this beauty piece out so that it fits on there. Not real super snug, but pretty snug. You know, it's not a press. It's not what we would call an interference fit, where you've got two pieces you're putting together and one is interfering with the other one. Okay, it's more of a sliding fit where there's just very, very little tolerance there. It's not sloppy, it's pretty decent. So we're gonna put some tubs, showers, sinks, countertops, and fixtures and tile quick seal. And that's what we're going to use to adhere this thing on there. So we're just going to take some of this and we're going to put it right down in here. And this stuff is supposed to set up and be clear. And we'll probably put a little bit on here too. And when this stuff dries, it's supposed to be clear. So we're just going to slide him right down on there like that. And we'll wipe off this excess. Go around the other side and go ahead and climb up here, and then I can kind of get an idea of where I want this thing. So I think probably I'm going to cable tie that like that. So that's probably kind of how I want it. Just like that. I almost wish I'd have put this hole for this further down this way, but I didn't, so it's gonna be right where it's gonna be. So I think right in here is where I want this thing, because I can hit, boy, they're blowing stuff up around the corner over there. I can hit this button and close it, and hit this button and open it, and I can hit the bottom button with my thumb and actually reach over and hit the top button with my finger if I want to. And then when I'm operating this, those buttons are really not in my way. So I think that's a good spot for it right there. So we go ahead and get this first cable tie on here. We're going to bring it up tight to right there. Just like that. And then I'm going to recheck it. Make sure it hasn't moved on me. I don't think it has. And then I'm going to take and wrap it around. And around again. And around again. You know what? I think I should go the other way. I think I'll go around this way. And this way. And then one more time. Like that. Okay. And then, let's see what we got. So that'll be one wrap, two wraps, three wraps. Like that. Yeah. So I'm thinking that it's going to be like that. And then I'm going to put another cable tie down here at the bottom. I'll put one of these right down here. Like that. And hopefully that will lay pretty good like that. I hope. I don't know, that thing looks a little twisted up. But anyhow, it's going to come down just like that, and then go up underneath here and route it back on up to the front. So anyhow, we're gonna go ahead on with that. You've already seen how I'm gonna route it, so go ahead and route that up there and get that out of the way. It's looking good.
Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.